am about to apply a Freestyle Libre. This will be after I remove the one that is currently on Mr. Teddy here. He is a very good patient. He has one on that lasted for 14 days. So today his owner brought him back in to remove this one. And I will remove this and show you what I used to remove this. And then we'll be applying a new one today. First, I got to make sure I have my Freestyle Libre sensor, which is all in this box here. These are two parts. I'll show you how to put this together momentarily. Comes with alcohol wipes, and you'll see what you need to have all your products. Put that to the side. I also have a waterproof bandage. That's a cover bandage to go over top of it to protect it, just in case he decides he needs to scratch his back for whatever reason. Also, you will need alcohol wipes. Comes with the Freestyle Libre. Comes in this box. You get two. After you shave the area, then you're going to want to wipe it off with the alcohol. After you allow that to dry for a few seconds, then you're going to use this called Skin Tack Wipe. This is a box that we purchased. It's an adhesive barrier wipe. It actually is very sticky after you put it on there. It gets a little sticky once it dries. So we'll have all those products there. To remove the actual Freestyle Libre, I'm going to use what we call as Ease Off. This helps remove catheter bandages and any kind of sticky tape that you apply. So I'm going to gently spray a little bit on here just to kind of wet it to get it off. And you may have to apply more, but this should slowly get it off. And just keep spraying until you can get it off smoothly. You don't want to hurt the patient trying to remove it. And as you see, it should start to come off gently if you have enough moisture on there. That is just the wet proof bandage that I had on there. And now the Freestyle Libre itself, as you can see, it's very attached to my patient. So again, I'm going to spray all around there and gently try to remove it. And it takes a little bit of trying to get it off. So just go slow, because you don't want to rip the fur that's grown back in or hurt your patient trying to do this. Most of this is sticky, the adhesive from that tape that's on there. I have a second can because that can was almost out. Again, spray it until it comes off very easy. Do not pull it. It will bruise your patient if you just pull it off. So make sure you are paying attention to that. And as you see, it's slowly pulling. Spray, spray. Just go slow. And as you can see, I removed it. And this is what the area is going to look like. It may be a little raised, maybe a little irritated. Never apply the next one at the same spot. Once you've gotten that one off, you want to shave on a whole different spot. Normally I try to rotate the areas on this dog. He's had a couple of them before. So I try to rotate. So today I'm just going to put the new one on this side. So I'm going to shave a little clean area there, just to apply the next one. In some cases, you will need two people to do this. You need one person to help you hold your pet in one place to gently restrain. In most cases, these patients sit here, but you will need somebody to kind of hold onto them for a moment. This dog I have done multiple times, and he is extremely good, so he just sits here and lets me do whatever I need to do. But I would recommend to have two people to assist you with this. Once you've shaved your area, you then want to take your alcohol wipe and open it. Grab it on the side there, and then I just kind of clean the area a bit, just wiping it off. You're not sterilizing or anything, but you want to kind of clean that area. I usually use both of my wipes that come with it just to make sure I have a clean area. I guess I would say you probably want to treat this like you're putting in a catheter, just to make sure it's a little clean on that one spot. I try not to touch it or contaminate it before I stick. Then I have the Skin Tack Wipe. I give this a second or two. I kind of hand fan it to let it dry a bit. Then I open up my Skin Tack Wipe and grab that on one end and open it. It does get a little sticky in your finger if you hold it too long, so just kind of be prepared for that. I don't use gloves because it gets real sticky on the glove. Just kind of wipe the skin just to get that area. This thing will help it stick to the skin there, So I just gently wipe that. It starts to get sticky in your fingers after a bit. I guess you could use gloves for that part, but it does get sticky and you're going to have to take your gloves off. Okay, after I do that, I give that a second or two to dry. And then I'm going to take my Freestyle Libre and put it together. This is the bottom part. Just open this up here. I'm going to take this other part and unscrew it. It clicks, so it's a little tight when you try to do it. This part has your Freestyle Libre application in there. You have to line this little area up with this little area right here. Sometimes you have to kind of play with it a little bit once you push it in together. And then when you pull it out, you have your Freestyle Libre attached to that part. It has the little needle part in there. So once you are ready to apply it, again, recommend 2 people when you have your first pet trying to do it. Again, this dog is really good, and I have done him multiple times, so I know he's going to sit here. Once you're ready to apply your Freestyle Libre, you just find your spot. I usually go right for the middle part, and then push it on your pet gently, and then push it down. In some cases, this one came off pretty easily. Sometimes they go down and they come up. And as you see, why I recommend doing 2 people is because he does turn his head around because he's like, what are you doing to me? But this stayed on, so which is good. We're in a good place. A lot of times it does not come off that fast. I'm going to let you know. A lot of times I have to put it on there and it literally does not come off of it that easy. So if you find that that's a problem, push it and just hold it. If it doesn't come up when you pull it, then push back down and wait for another like 30 seconds and then slowly pull it up, and then it should just automatically come off. If it is not and it's still adhering to the pet, just go back and push it again and wait another 10 more seconds and then pull it off. And it should come off easily, and again, it should not come off. Okay, then for the wet proof bandage, this here has an adhesive stripping on it. I'm going to take that off. And that one too. And then there's the middle part. This does get a little sticky, so I definitely say do not have gloves on to do this part. This thing gets extremely sticky and it will stick to the gloves. Then we're going to apply it directly over top of the Freestyle Libre. And just kind of gently push it on the dog. And there you go. You have your Freestyle Libre applied to your pet. On dogs, I would recommend doing it further in the back. You got to think about where your dog is going to scratch at when they go to scratch their sides. You want to go a little bit below where their leg is going to probably scratch. On dogs, this area works better. On cats, you want to do it at the top end, but we will do that on another video later. Anyway, that concludes my tutorial on how to apply a Freestyle Libre.